Hello and welcome back to my channel. I filmed two videos. When I filmed that first one and I ended up hating them and I realized I actually have to have a direction for what I'm going to post. So I decided, why not explain how I grew any sort of following in the time span that I did on Instagram. Because I've been asked that quite a few times. And a lot of it, I'm going to be really honest, a lot of it is that I just took a lot of content from like Anime 2020 and brought it back because people love nostalgia, including myself. Everybody loves to be able to see something that they remember and feel like included in like a topic of discussion and like, oh my gosh, I was there. It like gives people a sense of community. So the first video I posted that went viral was one about killing stalking. And I'm sure there's some people that are going to be like, what is that? And then other people are going to be like, ah, yeah. Um, I had posted a video with the Killing Me Softly song, and I had put on the screen in big white text. And all it said is me trying to figure out if you know this in a normal way or if you know it in a breaking ankle way. And that post has, I think, 3 million views. Possibly. I haven't checked it in a while. Even though it's been on my profile, I haven't looked at it. But it went viral so incredibly quickly. Everybody's like, why would you bring this back? Killing stalking in the big 2026. Because I started posting, I think it was like February, March ish. And I started off with like maybe like 30, 40 followers. Like that was one of my private secret accounts for a long time that I just posted because I was anxious and I blocked all of my family members. And I just randomly decided, let me just post a reel. And then it blew up. I had posted reels before that, but they didn't really do anything because it was kind of just like random, me testing the waters, like, what do I want to post? Um, and that one very, very much blew up, and I was really surprised. I was really excited about it. I unblocked my family members because my mom's like, why would you block me? And I unblocked all of my other family members, and like, it was cool. Oh my gosh, that blew up. And I didn't really think too much of it. So I just kind of started posting more of that type of content, like bring back just random like 2020 anime stuff, like skateboarding at 3 a.m. with Suna Rintaro with 505 playing in the background, like things like that, just like little funny posts, okay? Well, then I didn't even think about it, okay? I just was posting random things, and I don't know if you know, but like if any of the people that follow me remember this, or if because I know that some people who follow me don't watch anime, which is surprising because I feel like that's mostly what I post. But the scene from JJK where um Toji, no, is it Toji? Fuck. Yeah, he's like, my name isn't Zenon anymore. It's Fushiguro now. I took my wife's last name. That whole thing. I took that and I was like, wait, I love that. Iconic, romantic, adorable. And I posted when when he wants me to take his last name, but Toji took his wife's last name. I got bombarded with a ton of men hating on me, telling me I was ugly, telling me that I should off myself, telling me that no one would ever love me, and being myself because I never really cared for bullying. People bullied me throughout like my entire life. Like everybody bullied me. I was very much like, you're just jealous. Like I don't care. Probably because that's what my mom would tell me, but I just never really cared too much, especially when it came to men because sorry, my dog. I never really cared, especially when it came to men because men have always just they've sucked. They haven't been nice, so it's like my opinion on them and me taking what they have to say seriously is just non-existent. Like I just can't take them seriously. So obviously, I was like messing with them in the comments, but it just kept going. And that one also got like millions of views. And some of them were women uh, who were like agreeing with me and they were like standing up for me. But a lot of it was a lot of men who were very, very upset with me for saying that I'd want my husband to take my last name. And a lot of them were like, oh, well, that's your grandparents' last name. And I also was like, I can create my last name. And if I like my husband's last name, I'll take that. This was just like a funny video, but it really, really, really pissed people off. So I kind of banked on that after. I'm like, you know what? Like, I have a lot of controversial opinions. I have a lot of things to say that a lot of people don't like me for. Why not just put it on the internet? And I know that for a lot of people, this is not the way that they want to go about it. They want to be like non controversial, easy breezy, which is fine. For me, it works really, really well because I'm a very big feminist and I'm totally fine with telling a man off. I'm very, very like, oh, what's the word for it? I'm very confrontational. So this works for me. I don't care about confrontation. I'm gonna post a video of my opinion and it's gonna piss people off and I'm gonna like their comment and send them a heart. I did get a lot of threats in my DMs. Whatever. What are you gonna do? But I just kind of started like mixing that in. And then I realized like I don't even need to do it for rage bait. Like these are just my opinions. And so I started just posting some of my opinions mixed in with my anime content. Like one that is a really, really big one is that I don't shave my armpits. I don't need to. Like, I don't feel the need. Okay? And I'm very much against the patriarchy. And I do believe that a lot of what shaving stems from is, yes, the razor companies wanting to make more money, but also I do think it's rooted in PDF, PDF files. So I posted some of that, got a lot of hate, but I actually got a really good response from a lot of women. I got a lot of DMs being like, thank you for posting this. Like, this is how I felt for a long time. Um, I got so many DMs from women, like, thanking me for being outspoken about the things that I was outspoken about. Um, just being confident in yourself and confident in your body. And the opinion of men don't matter. That you don't exist to fulfill the needs of men. And I wasn't even trying to get like I was honestly trying to just like post to boost my algorithm, boost my engagement. I knew it would piss people off, but the amount of people that related to what I had to say and they were thanking me for being honest. And when I got hateful DMs, I'd post them. I would post their profile. If you're going to harass me in my DMs, I believe in public humiliation. Fine, do that. You're gonna be posted. And then I'd get more DMs of people getting mad at me. Some of them I could tell that they were trying to like get clout and be posted, so I didn't post them because I'm also not going to do that if that's the reason. And you can tell the difference. But I started just like over time. Everything that I saw worked, I would add more. But then at the same time, I was like, I don't want to turn into just like a full blown rage bait account. I still want it to be just my personality. I don't stick to a niche because today I want to post 5 videos about anime and fan fiction. Tomorrow, I'm going to post 5 videos about feminism and equality. And I think that's one reason why my account does well is because I reach so many different types of people, mostly women, because even though I don't follow a niche, a lot of my content does gear towards women because I don't really like have anything in common with men, so it's not like I'm gonna post anything. I don't post for their attention, that's for sure. So it's like it doesn't reach them. I do still have, I think the last time I checked, like 20% of my following is men, but the rest of it is all women and they are all very, very sweet. I love them. And I definitely think that having a very wide range of content does help because I see like a lot of other people who will post and post and post and post the same amount as me. Um, and their videos just don't go anywhere. And so they keep doing the exact same video, same format over and over and over again. And the thing that I didn't do, I posted this video, it didn't work. I'll try something else. I posted that video, it did well. I'll try it again, but also add in 4 other things. I very much wanted to reach as many people as I possibly could, so I just mixed in literally anything. Every single hobby that I have, I've posted about. Reading, fan fiction, playing instruments. I have done like covers of songs because I like to sing and I like to play guitar. I've done music. I want to get more into like curly hair stuff because why not show my curly hair routine? Um, Feminism, things like that. I just post my entire personality because one thing that with a lot of like big influencers is that a lot of them post their daily lives, but they do things that are really extravagant because they have all of this money from doing their content, or they post brand deals and things like that. And I've gotten a few brand deals, but a lot of my content is just my personality. It is very easy to get to know me online. The way that I show myself online is exactly how I am in person. I don't have a online personality. That is just how I am all of the time. And I realized also because when I started posting, I had a not a lot of friends, but I had more friends than I do now. And when I started posting, a lot of people stopped talking to me, which made me realize that like if you don't like me on your screens, you probably don't like me in person either. And because I am posting so constantly, it means that you're having to see my personality in me a lot more often. And if that bothers you, then we don't need to be friends because if I saw someone that I loved and cared about and they were posting their hobbies and just themselves in general, I would love it. I'd love to be able to indulge in that person even when I am away from them. I feel like I could not imagine stop like unfollowing someone because they started posting. Like why would I do that? If I love and care about you, I want to see more of you. Like of course. But also, I had so many people messaging me, telling me how much they love my content and how we are so similar and just really, really positive things, which was also surprising to me because growing up, everybody hated me. I was so hated. Like, I had no friends. People would attempt to bully me all of the time, but I had such a loud personality that I was like, okay, you're just jealous, stay mad. And now I'm like, oh, so there are people who do like my personality. It's just not around me. Just where I am, that's not how it is. I've met a lot of really, really nice people online and I love them to death, like in different countries and everything. But posting on social media does show you who your friends are because they get sick of seeing you so fast. And it was even before I got like, because now I have 63K now, which isn't a lot in like influencer status, that's not a lot, but for just like someone who randomly posts, I feel like that's a decent amount of people that are watching you. And so like before that, a lot of people unfollowed me. And I also have a lot of people who followed me and tried to be friends with me after who wouldn't have been friends with me before. I had old friends from years ago who stopped talking to me and then came back and followed me once I started like actually gaining traction. And it's like, it's either they see too much of you and they don't want it, or they're like, oh, people like her. I'm going to come back so that I can, possibly do that too. Especially with one of the girls who I very much called out publicly. You can find the videos. Jordan. She was also trying to post. Good for her. But she was not nice to me and she made up lies about me. And I was very honest. I'm like, hey, so you can't sit there and bully me, and you can't sit there and lie about me to people and take away all of my friends. Back in 2024, she ruined my friendship with an entire group of people and then come back and try to just like act like we're chill. It's not how it works because that put me in a really, really dark place. She did not like that. Turned into a lot of drama. In the end, she ended up blocking me because I wouldn't just ignore it. She was saying she was going to post like story times and all of that stuff, and I'm like, you have nothing to say about me because I did not do anything wrong. So it's instances like that where it's people coming back and trying to stir things up, or it's people just completely leaving, ditching. And I had a friend recently who stopped talking to me months ago, and I had no clue why. And I was like, oh, okay, she's taking space. Like, I don't really know. And then she unfollowed me on stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, another one. And then I hear that she's talking to another friend of mine, like, wishing me the best. And I'm like, you literally, like, stopped talking to me, and then she claimed that I was a bad friend. I was not a bad friend. I put so much effort into that friendship, and when I tried to like get her to tell me what it was, she said she didn't have to tell me. So I've lost a decent amount of people from posting just because people aren't supportive. Like I personally I don't know. If you don't like a person posting, like get over it. Get over it. It's such a weird thing to me. And posting online also has shown me that people think that just because they are behind a screen means that they can say and do whatever they want. Just because you aren't saying it to someone's face, your words still very, very much affect them. Very much affect them. So I get a lot of hate, and I get a lot of people saying really interesting things to me in my DMs, and a lot of the time I've stopped responding just because I get too many DMs before. I didn't have as many followers and I didn't get as many DMs, so when I did get one, I was able to, respond to each person. But some people say things that are absolutely insane. And it's like, you would never say that to me in person. You would never sit there and bash me for the littlest thing in person. You wouldn't do it. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people forget that just because it's online does not mean that what you say goes unnoticed. People see that. And that's one thing I have to keep in mind when I post, because I do value being someone who is very authentic to myself and being exactly who I am in real life too. So before I post something, I always am like, would I say this in real life? Is this something that if someone comes up to me and they ask me about it, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about? Or is it going to be something that how I handle a situation? Is this how I would handle it to their face? And if not, I'm not going to post it, because my goal is to be entirely myself, because that is what people like. People like honesty and authenticity. People like to be able to relate to you and you be a real person. So many people are tired of the perfectly curated Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, where their life is completely perfect. Nothing goes wrong. They handle every situation perfectly. Like, it gets kind of boring when everybody tries to pretend to be that. Obviously, a lot of people aren't. They don't handle every situation perfectly, but you can tell when someone's goal is to have a persona that they portray. I don't want to do that. I very much want to be the same online and the same in person, so that if I meet you in public, there's not going to be like, oh, well, she was so much different in person, or she was like this. No, I'm going to be the exact same. And I'm going to talk to you how I talk to you online. Even though I'm a pretty introverted person, I am very good at talking to people, and I don't ever want anyone to like, if I've never been talked to like in public, nobody's noticed me. I'm definitely not big like that. But say that there a person was. I want to be able to talk to you the same way in text as I'm going to in person. And I want to be nice to everybody, because why not? Obviously, the people who deserve it, I will not be nice to. Let's get that straight. But I also, that's how I would handle it in person. I'm not ever going to handle something online differently than I would handle it in person. All the things that I say online, I will say to your face. Like, I'm not two faced. I'm not fake. I will be honest, even if that honesty pisses people off, which it does. A lot of people don't like what I have to say. A lot of people think that I'm way too mean. And fine, if you think that I am way too mean and I'm not the person that you would want to follow or conversate with, you don't have to. That's another thing, is that people act like online they don't have free will, and if you dislike something, you need to tell the person to change for you specifically. I don't have to do anything for anyone. I don't owe anyone jack. I don't owe anyone anything. If you dislike the content that I make, if you dislike the things that I say, you can scroll. It is not my job to be someone to entertain you. I post myself and the things that I enjoy. If you relate to it, you can stay. If you don't, you can leave. That's another thing with a lot of creators, is that they make, and there's nothing wrong with this, they make content to appease people. This is what people want to see. This is what I am known for. I post what I want to watch. Would I watch my own video? Yes, I'll post it. No, I'm not going to post it. I post to entertain myself. And if people enjoy that, which clearly people do, then they can stay. I will never, ever, ever stop posting what I post because people don't like it. If it flops, and it wasn't an idea that I just kind of posted it on a whim and it flopped, and I didn't really care too much about it, then maybe I won't post it again. But if it flops and it's something that I enjoyed making, I'm gonna keep making it because I enjoy doing it. This is a hobby for me. This is what I enjoy doing. I do not exist to appease and entertain other people. If you are entertained by me, good for you. If you are not my problem. And I feel like that's one thing that I see a lot of creators getting burnt out because they are trying to find the content that people like. They are trying to do all of these things that entertain other people, and then it takes the fun out of it. I do not ever want to take the fun out of what I post. It'd be cool to, get paid and make this a job, but also I'm not going to make this a job at the expense of my enjoyment because this is supposed to be fun for me. And I think that's another thing that also upsets people because I started posting videos a while ago that also went viral where it was a friend of mine, and she posted a video um, where she was shipping her followers, and it helped like boost her algorithm. So I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I'd actually enjoy doing that. I'm gonna hop on this trend. I DM'd her. This was the first time talking to her. I was like, hey, I love your idea. Can I use this idea? And she said, yeah. I tagged her in one of the posts and I made it, and it definitely got my posts to go very viral. I got a lot of followers off of this, and I continued to do it. And then it was expected of me. I got so many DMs. I got people nagging at me, harassing me, asking me to do them next, and it took the fun out of it. So I stopped doing it, and I haven't done it since. I still get DMs from it, but I will not do anything if I feel like people are making it my obligation to do. I will do what I find is fun. That's it. That is why I create content. I was in a very, very dark place for years, and this was my outlet to do things that I enjoy. My hobbies that bring me joy, that keep me from being miserable. I'm not going to just be like, well, it's not what other people want me to do. I don't care. This is for me. This is a thing that makes me happy. And I definitely think that is one of the biggest things in why my content gets pushed out. Because even though my content is all over the place, I still don't actually change. And that is one thing about me is that I stay the exact same. The way that, like, the things that I believe and my hobbies, I don't change a bit at all. I look back at when I was younger, and the same things that I thought and I felt have been the exact same. My ambitions, the exact same. I've wanted to do content since I was like 11, 12, because I watched Alicia Marie, and I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to post talking to a camera, and people like to listen to what I say. She was like my internet big sister. I'm the oldest out of 7 kids. She was like the big sister I never had. And so I think that's another reason why people like my content is because I am predictable in that way. They know where my stances are, and they know that I'm not ever going to go against my stances. And so when I post something that's controversial, it's still something that I've always believed in. I'm always going to have the same morals, and I would never sell myself out for any amount of money. And so people can follow me, they can figure out the things that I believe in, and they will know that it's not going to change. And I think that's another thing that people like because even with myself, I'll watch a lot of creators and I'll love them, and then they'll do something or they'll work with a company. And it's like, wow, I just didn't expect this from you. You have stood against this or that. You have been so outspoken on these certain things. And now all of the sudden, because a brand reached out or you got this opportunity, you just decided that your morals didn't matter as much anymore. And that is not something I ever want to do. I'm going to stay the exact same. I'm never going to be a sellout. I'm never going to support or promote something that doesn't align with my morals. Even if they try to give me any amount of money, I'm not doing it. I will have the same morals forever. I will be very predictable. People don't have to question, what if she does this? Are we going to have to cancel another person? Because I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. My goals are to be entirely myself. And that is it. No amount of anything could change that. And if I am posting content that doesn't get me brand deals, I'm also not going to change my content to become something that is more sellable. I'm not going to be this like non-controversial, super brand friendly, bland, no personality creator. There's too many. There's too many of those, and I'm not going to do it. If a brand likes what I already post, fine. But I'm not going to change myself to fit into a certain stereotype so that I can get paid a certain amount of money. Because it takes the fun out of it, and I'm not doing it. I've also had a lot of people ask me what my advice would be. Um, and honestly, like I've said this whole entire video, my advice would be just be entirely yourself. People are so bored of copycats. There's so many people that do the exact same content. They change it up a little bit, add a different song, add a different font, but do become your personality online, because then people can feel like they get to know you and they feel closer to you, and it's more of like, it feels like a friendship to people. Even though, like, you can't be friends with everyone you meet online, but you can still interact with people, and people can still feel comforted by your personality when you are very real. And I think that's what works the most. Because I love content creators that it feels like I'm on FaceTime with them. Like, this is my friend. Today, she's FaceTiming me while she goes thrifting. Like, I love creators that I feel like I have a personal connection with, even though I've never met them. That's why I loved Alicia Marie, because all of her videos, she felt like very big sister. She just was really inspirational to me, and I really enjoyed watching her vlogs because it was like I'm going and hanging out with a girlfriend, you know? So I definitely say that being very much yourself works really, 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 really well. Stop copying other people's videos unless it's like silly trend or like nostalgia stuff. Like I said, like that stuff is different when it comes to like fandoms and things, but that's also a part of your personality. Like, just be honest and be who you are in person online. It works so much better than trying to just like, oh, well, they said that you should post get ready with me's and this and that and doing makeup tutorials. Just be who you are in person. That's it. I like to, the way that I post, especially in talking videos, I like to frame it as if I'm like gonna send this video to a friend. Like, I'm gonna have this conversation with a friend, you know? And I definitely feel like that works really, really well. Like, really well. I don't know where else to go with this video. I probably will post more videos about it if people have any more questions. This is kind of just like the baseline of like the questions that I've already gotten in my DMs of people just asking me like, how'd you grow? I just was fully myself and people found it very entertaining and decided to stick around. That is pretty much it.
Okay, so my mic died. But where I left it off was that I just was myself, and that was it. I don't remember what I said in the rest of the video. The video was 34 minutes long. Now it's like 27. But I will spare you from trying to like remember what I said. But yeah, just be honest. Be yourself. Don't be a sellout. It pisses people off. And yeah, that's pretty much all I ended up saying in those last minutes. I just like over explain stuff. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Next time I'm gonna turn my mic better. But yes, if you have any questions, leave them down below. like and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'd love to get monetized. I'm being so for real. I want to post on YouTube, and if people like to listen to me talk, I love talking, and I'd love to get monetized because why not? I'd love to be able to post more content doing things that I enjoy, and a lot of the things that I enjoy are kind of hard to do without money. So I do want to start doing like maybe more vlogs and things, and just stuff like that. I want to film what I enjoy. So let me know what other things you want to see. Comment, anything, questions, all of that. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully next time I'll actually charge my mic before I post. So yeah. Alright, I will see you guys later. But yeah, thanks for watching.